I am looking right now at a screen that's in Excel. My understanding is we're going to talk a little bit about some pretty basic stuff, but how you can customize Excel for you to use. I understand that it could be some very basic for some, but it could be very enlightening for others. So I'm going to try to go through some of these options of what you see on my screen. One of the first things you need to do when you're running with Excel is you need to go into some general options. In this one here, if you come right up into the very first, basically your Windows screen, and you come down into Excel options, and you click on that. I'm not going to show you all of these because there's many of them you may not use. You can discover them however you want to. But the very first one has popular. The ones that you want to look at, and this is how you can customize your own, you can set up a default font and your font size and your views and how many sheets in your workbooks. You can change those as you open up a particular one, but this is like in a default setting, how many you want. Most of the time I want 3 sheets to pop up, and that's where you can see right here where it says 3. You can change that to 1 or 2. Most of the time I don't want more than 3 loading up because you can always add more. You can even delete them as well. If you want to, you can put your username on there, and it just kind of tells everybody who you are. The next thing is in this save. By clicking into save, these are some default settings. If you're working in Excel, and some of you may experience this, if something happens and you foul it up or it seizes up, you never want to go very much longer than what you want to have to retype back in to save. On my computer, as you notice, I have an auto recover every 10 minutes. You can set that however you want to. You can set it higher or lower, whatever you want. I use mine 10 minutes, especially if I'm using it and if I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, typing it in, but I don't want to have to type it back in. It'll tell you where the auto recover location is and also a default file location. So every time you hit the open button, it's going to go to that particular screen. If you on some of those other things, I'm not going to show you all of what's in all these other things because it may not be important. But in advanced, there are some things here that when you type something into a cell and you hit enter, it automatically is going to move the selection however you want it to set. Most of the time you want it to go down, but there could be some applications that you could go to the right. If you want to automatically insert a decimal point, which I hardly ever do, but you can do it if you type in a lot of numbers in, you can click on that and you can set an automatic decimal point in it. The fill handle and the cell drag is what allows you to take things out of a particular cell, move it across, merge it, and everything else. These are just some of the things that you can do in here. The ones you're showing your paste options, insert options. The one that I like to, this one right here, allow editing directly into the cells. If you don't have that clicked, all your editing has to be, I'm going to move this so you can see that. Anytime you edit into a cell, you have to do it up in this edit box. If you have this allow editing directly into a cell, you can click that, then you can click right onto a cell and you can edit it right there, whatever you're looking at. It will automatically do a lot of things for you as much as you want it to do. The next thing I want to do is in this customize. If you show in this customize, this is customizing your toolbars. It's customizing how all your little icons that you want up there. Usually in Excel, they have way more icons up there than probably you will, most of the time will ever use. And instead of having all those toolbars, you can customize those toolbars. I'm going to show you how to do that. For instance, if I have a button up on the toolbar up in here that I don't want, Once I have this option open where I'm customizing that, I can pull right out of that. For instance, if I wanted to pull this one right here, button right to there, you can bring that right down. So you can customize these however you want to, and you can scroll through these and you can see different buttons that you can, if you want to put up in there. You can pull some out, you can pull them off of there. If I wanted to take like a custom sort, and if I hit that remove, it will move that back out of there. Or I can click on one of these that I do want, and by hitting add, it will put them into my customized toolbar.